All right, friends, are you ready for something amazing? Two legends, Sinister1, zallard1, the fighters are in their corners. Let's throw it up to the stage.
All right. What's up, AGDQ?
Yo.
I am Sinister1.
I'm zallard1.
We got some good friends on commentary. That would be Breakdown and Clage.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
And we have some folks on the couch as well. We have Vortex Blues, Mecha Richter, and of course, D Tysonator, who we have to shout out. He is the first person that ever beat Mike Tyson blindfolded. Give him a round of applause, please.
Definitely.
I think you had some shout outs as well.
Yeah. So we'd also like to shout out Mr. K and Herblat for the first two-player, one-controller run ever with Contra 3. So let's give them a round of applause.
And last but not least, the original blindfolded master, Andrew G. He was actually the first person to ever do it at Classic Games Done Quick, which was 10 years ago. This is, of course, the 10-year anniversary of Games Done Quick. And I think we're ready to play some Punch-Out. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
All right. I think they're ready.
I think so, too.
Okay, so we're going to actually kick this thing off with Glass Joe, and he's pretty boring, so it's going to be time for some donations, but just wait till we start the fight.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So, and we'll get the timer to start on 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, while they're working on Glass Joe, I've got $50 here from Swirly Glasses. The past GDQ runs of zallard1 and Sinister1 are how I first heard of AGDQ. I am so psyched to see this happen. Time to take the World Circuit titles yet again. Go get it, guys.
And yeah, if those of you who have watched blindfolded runs in the past, this is not a race. So once a knockout or a TKO is confirmed, y'all can go nuts between rounds. You do not have to hold it till the very end this time. So we'll try and give you all a signal. So now that Glass Joe is out of the way, we're going to start getting into the actual fights of this two-player, one-controller blindfolded fun.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Not much to say about Von Kaiser. He's the same.
Yeah. So while they demonstrate more of the same, let's talk about some basic stuff that Zallard and Sinister are going to be utilizing. The biggest technique that comes in handy here is known as button buffering. Buffering is a term used in a lot of games, fighting games especially. Basically what they can do is they can utilize holding or moving a certain button and then transitioning to either a direction on the D-pad or to a different button that allows them to set up timings, stuff like that. So you're going to see a lot of instances where Zallard might be holding a certain area on the D-pad, and then Sinister will just be holding down a button. As soon as Zallard releases, that's going to cue his buffer up to go ahead and throw a punch.
I can't hear you.
That's okay. You did
nice
what
there.
I wanted. You did what I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. We probably need the game audio up just a little bit.
So up next, we're going to have Piston Honda. This is where things will start getting a little bit more difficult. Sinister and Zallard have to start utilizing what we call gutters in Punch-Out.
All right, this is the first fight that's actually a little bit challenging here, is Piston Honda 1. We have to do some difficult coordination, but we're going to go for it.
Yeah, this can get very chaotic very quickly if anything goes wrong.
So what exactly can go wrong here with the gutter punches is basically you need a D-pad input to influence the guard that they have up, as well as get a proper timing on a punch. And since you have each of them controlling the separate aspects of that, coordinating between the two of them, very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Ideally, what you would want to do is tap up to manipulate the guard and then immediately release that and throw a punch, which would hit Piston Honda in the gut. If you're doing that with your own two hands, that's pretty easy coordination.
I'm just going to use it.
Yeah, use it.
And you're going to hear a lot of coordination between Zallard and Sinister. They can't hear us right now. They can only hear each other, so they are focusing on their own strats. They have a ton of backup strats. They've had to come up with all sorts of different ideas and ways to adapt based on what happens in each match. Because as you can imagine, this sort of category, you're not going to get a lot of scripted actions. Very nice.
Nice. Very nice.
So Honda has a bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card there with the bonsai punches, but when I say free, I mean that's free if you can see him and you know the timing, and well, even if you know the timing and you can't see him.
Yep. So
Very impressive.
That is the minor circuit down, so while we see the infamous cutscene, let's get a donation in.
Sounds good. I've got $10 from Chillawisp. Had to donate in time for this historic run of Punch-Out. Good luck, guys. I've also got $10 from Ginny Wren. Love to my best friend, diagnosed at age 27 with ovarian cancer and still fighting like a champion. Incredible run so far. Thanks for all the fun.
All right. So now we go into the major circuit.
Good old Don Flamenco.
All right, this is Don Flamenco.
So we were talking about buffers earlier. You're about to see a buffer that was originally designed by zallard1 for the any percent run of this that is designed to get the frame perfect star punch off of Don Flamenco at the start of the fight. So good to see how that's done here. Excellent. Beautiful. So that buffer is utilizing a quick dodge into a full dodge, or a full dodge into a quick dodge being the fastest possible dodge little Matt can do. That sets up the timing to get that frame perfect jab, which gets a star. Now
So I was thinking, you don't really get to punch people that often.
It kind of sucks, you know? Like, I want to punch people, right?
Do you want to go ahead?
I do.
All right.
I do.
Do it.
That's what you get.
It's fun to push buttons, confirmed.
in case it isn't blatantly obvious by
I think
this
you got too
category they're
intimidated
doing,
from that.
Yeah.
these two have an
Nail it.
encyclopedic knowledge of this game. One of them actually wrote a book on this game.
Literally wrote the book.
Correct.
So next up is King Hippo. He can be a little dangerous if we don't do things just the right way, but
Yes.
we'll attempt to do things the right way here.
Always good to do things the right way.
So this is a good fight to talk about one of the major aspects of the blindfolded run. The heart count is, of course, a major mechanic in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Every time your punch is blocked or you get hit, you lose hearts. Once you're out of hearts, you go into what's called pink status, where you can't throw any punches and all you can do is dodge. And as you can see here, they're going to utilize that to set up a pattern from King Hippo and get a guaranteed chance to punch him square in the mouth. So they repeat this pattern all the way down. Buffer some dodges, buffer two more. Right in the mouth.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep. And while this looks very rhythmic and basic, this is incredibly difficult to do with no eyesight and only using half a controller. Very nice. Probably going to take one more of these to finish the job. Yep.
Yep.
Buffer those dodges. Very nice. And we in there. So some new tech that Zallard and Sinister actually discovered while working on this run is they actually realized that there is a form of button priority in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. If you're familiar with that from like fighting games or other things, it basically means certain buttons take precedent when hit at the same time as another button. What they've actually discovered is that left and right take precedent over the punches, the A and B buttons. This allows them to set up some very specific buttons, button buffers and timings that eliminated a lot of the difficult guesswork that they were working on for some of these fights. Great Tiger, on the other hand, if you've ever watched a Mike Tyson Punch-Out speedrun, continues to be a chump.
Yep. As long as you keep it on script, this fight's over. It's already over.
Yep.
All you got to do is hold start from here. He'll get up on a one count. Any fighter who gets up on a one count is immediately put down by an uppercut. And guess what? They have two of those.
Yep. Yeah, they are literally holding the start button right now. Those buffers we talked about where they can time dodges and punches, that works during knockdowns too. If you hold the start button on the first available frame, you are going to throw Mac's patented uppercut.
And he will stand there and take it.
Yes, he will. All right. So now this is where this run is going to start actually showing some difficulty and chaos. This is where they're going to have to be prepared with backup strats, and that starts with Bowl 1.
Bowl 1 is a bit of a problem. The true enemy, the rolling jab.
Yep. the rolling jab, and the one thing we definitely don't want to see in this fight is the bull charge. Ball Bull's bull charge in Bull 1 is actually incredibly difficult to do blindfolded. It's a very tiny window.
But if all goes according to plan here, this first knockdown should be pretty free for him.
Yep. Very nice.
Almost a pure buffer. Almost a pure buffer.
Yep.
And nice and easy here.
Nice and easy, dude.
Yeah, essentially like doing a combo video. Just one input after the other. They just wait their turn, hold their button down. Everything goes nice and smooth.
All right. No jabs there.
Rolling jabs.
Yep.
Very
All
nice.
right. Now, the jabs did come out, but they got through it A-OK.
Very nice buffer there.
And that should do it.
Very nice. Another thing easily taken for granted is when you get those stun punches and you get to rapid fire off quite a few high jabs like that, they actually have to keep count for a lot of situations. If they throw one too many or one too little, they can lose a lot of damage or get off script. And donations while we got a chance.
Sounds good. I have $100 here from Ryan. Got to donate during Super Punch-Out. One of my proudest moments as a kid was beating Sandman, who is way harder than Tyson. Let's go, Sinister and Zallard. Make it look stupidly easy. I've also got $30 from Indie King. Here's $10 for each of the first 3 fights. I'll be donating another $10 for every fight won without a knockdown.
All right. So, Honda 2, even more tricky than Honda 1. This is where the world circuit is where every fight is going to be very tumultuous, and they're going to have to be very careful with what they do. So, utilizing this, going to keep Honda in this blocking animation.
Yep. Trying to get to the bonsai punches here.
Yep, just buffering those dodges. Excellent. And that's a buffer, and that's a knockdown.
Got the right frame. He ain't getting back up, folks.
Nope, that's a down. So again, you saw Little Mac whiffing those gut punches. That again is that same buffer technique. As long as you time those just right, hold the button down and release it, that is a guaranteed hit.
And now
All right,
fun
this
times.
is the first fight we're actually going to use Select. Select is going to reduce our health by half.
Yep.
That way we have the option of taking an intentional knockdown from Soda, which if we do, we'll know where we are in the fight. Hopefully we don't need to do that, but Soda is a pretty RNG heavy fight, so we need to get a little bit of luck. So here we go.
Yeah, taking knockdowns is kind of like Zallard and Sinister's get out of jail card, because once they take a knockdown against any fighter, they'll know what's going to happen when they get back up. Now
They always come into a very predictable pattern
Yes.
after a knockdown here. But like they said, hopefully they're not going to need it. 2 counter punches. Freeze him.
that's a good start. All right, we need 2 more of those and we'll be in good shape.
All right, so what you saw there when Soda was actually kind of frozen in the uppercut status is basically it's a kind of a bit of a glitch with him. Is if you hold the block, he actually won't throw the punch, which lets you get a star. And after a star, if you uppercut him, he just goes down. So they're getting very good luck here getting the uppercuts.
Excellent.
2 for 2.
All right.
So you got to watch out for the hooks, though. The hooks will throw a monkey wrench into the works here. You should want those to come out. So see if we can go 3 for 3. That is 3 for 3.
Excellent. Beautiful. I know none of you all out there are going to believe me, but Zallard did want me to remind you all that this is really, really hard and has a high chance of not finishing. Stop me if you've heard this one before.
So we're gonna use Select again for Bull 2, mainly the same reason. Soda was very kind. Let's hope Bull 2 is as well.
Yeah. So, Doc Lewis getting the most hits in here.
Absolutely. Bull 2's gimmick, of course, being that he cannot be knocked down unless you do so with a star punch.
Or out of the bull charge.
Out of the bull charge, correct.
So, interesting gimmick for this particular fighter.
Yep.
Oh, with the rolling jabs, we don't want to see those. these two have practiced a lot. They know the game inside and out. They are ready for these eventualities. So a good healthy star count.
Very nice.
All right,
That's
first
blocked.
knockdown at 102.
I knew it.
Show off. All right, so we're going to rinse and repeat. Bull does have to go down 3 times to be knocked out in this match.
Rolling jabs again.
Good patience out of these two, waiting until they get the confirmation on those sounds they want.
Into the full charge.
There you go. That's not down just yet, but...
One more knockdown coming.
Yeah,
Just a friendly reminder, they can't see.
Yeah.
That was a blind bull charge
That
counter.
is-
You have every right to clap as loud as you can for that one.
Yep. No, that is spectacular. Let's see if they can finish off this first round
All
here.
right. It's going to be a little close.
Thank you.
There it is.
There it is.
See, 2 rolling jabs, man. This guy.
It's very, very unlikely to get 2 rolling jabs, but we knew this would happen.
Yes,
It's,
we prepared this time.
Bull 2 has been planning for this for a long time. So Don 2 is also, he's a dangerous character here, so we'll have to be careful on him.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Don 2 being notorious for being arguably the most random fight in all of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
He's not very random at the start, though.
No.
If they can muscle memory through the first about minute 30 here, then they'll be in fantastic shape for a round 1. But we'll see how this goes here. 1 person on the D-pad and 1 person on the punches. It makes it a little difficult for counter punches, but we'll see how they do here. Off to a great start.
Nice.
That's a fantastic start to the fight. Fantastic start.
Yeah. The name of the game with Don 2 is those random stars.
So, because there are fixed stars every several punches here, but there's a lot of punches that actually have a chance to give a random star. They have yet to get one yet.
Nope.
So probably what they're going to do here is hold on to... Oh, I stand corrected. Proving me wrong. I thought they'd hold on to the start of the defense phase. Maybe they'll get one more, though. There it is. Now they're going to hold that one here. Take this knockdown.
Very nice. Yep. So they'll use.
I'm glad you reacted to that correctly. Because, yeah.
Now all they have to do from here is not get hit. If they can successfully not get hit, then this one's over. Because what you're going to see here, they're going to just counter him, get him to throw a punch eventually. There it is. They're going to go into this extended left-right pattern here to draw it out a little bit, get him into star range, and boom, X down.
Beautiful. Now is when the show really starts. And they're not waiting. Let's go.
I was watching these two practice this earlier, and the strats for Mr. Sandman are actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So a lot of how this very initial phase goes is going to determine how they approach the rest of the fight. But if they get through this stretch here clean, what they probably are going to do is make an effort to actually skip the Dreamland Express, which is very counterintuitive because it's a huge chance to lay down damage on Sandman. But once the with the case that they can't see, it's a case of the Dreamland Express has something that you're not actually able to buffer for. And that's the case of the way the event counter works. The Sandman Express actually has 2 separate event counters that count down for it. Now, they do have a plan that takes care of 1/3 of the possible outcomes, but not 100%. So we'll see if they go for it here. They did take a hit.
Nice.
They're taking it. They are
Nice.
skipping the Dreamland Express.
Beautiful.
We're not out of the woods yet.
No.
So now they did take a
But
hit
that
here,
helps
so
a
the
little
refills
bit.
aren't going to be quite as in their favor. But they do have a shot at a round 1 win here.
Yeah.
So that is a big refill, though.
And what they had discussed with me is that they had pretty much decided for safety they were going to take that hit just to kind of set up the timing to skip the Dreamland Express, and they were going to leave round 1 up to the refills. So we'll see if they can finish off the job here. And as you can see, once they get Sandman in this part of it, it's pretty rhythmic. It's just a buffer into a quick dodge, get that max damage gutter.
So Hopefully they can dodge the huge refill here. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Well, this is looking favorable. It's gonna be tight here. We'll see what happens here.
Got that rhythm going, looking good.
One more should do it.
Got it.
Yep.
Outstanding.
All right.
So, if your heart's been pumping now, this one's gonna come with a blood pressure warning because fun thing about this setup for Macho, dodging is not really a good buffer here. So prepare to see some very tight ducks.
Macho's another fight where his guard is very important. So Zallard on the D-pad here is going to be doing a lot to manipulate his guard, make sure it's down so they can get these this onslaught of face punches here.
Looking good so far. Every time they duck one of those uppercuts, my heart sinks a little bit. Nice.
All right.
Great start.
We haven't hit that in a while.
Casual 45 first knockdown.
Face.
Not being able to see and only being able to control half the buttons. I mean,
Why do any of us play video games?
this. I'm sure this is all of our childhood experiences being relived right
Oh, yeah,
now, right?
definitely.
Yeah, totally.
Totally what happened when I played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out as young. The maximum spins going in. Very nice. Looking really good so far. Beautiful.
Right.
One more to
Going
go.
into phase 3 with
Yeah,
the star.
Yeah.
Should get a nice refill here. Haven't taken a hit yet. This is insane.
Yeah, no, this is not right. There we go.
See you, Macho.
I'm out.
And
That's a wrap, boys.
all right.
Again, I know y'all aren't going to believe me, but the number of times I watched them practice this and things did not go on script was vast.
I think they were setting us up. I think they were.
I think that's just Zallard's plan. Let's get in one quick donation before we go to the dream fight.
Sounds good. I have $100 here from Double Ought Not, who's got something we're all thinking. All I have to say about this run is, are you freaking kidding me?
Let's go.
And of course, there's Tyson.
Yep.
All right, so the start of this fight is going to be similar to blindfolded fights that you've seen in the past. Basically, just do everything in their power to have to dodge as few of these uppercuts as possible in the first minute 30. Just throwing the gut punches, keeping him from throwing his own. Dodging while in pink. So round 1 of this fight is all about survival. The real bit they're going to be making to end it is going to be in round 2 here. That said, they do want to lay about as much damage as they can on him in round 1 here, just to get that knockdown in round 2 that much sooner.
Looking really good so far.
Ow.
All right, let's tone it down a little bit.
Just do it a little too good, they say. Just a little too good.
Yep. Yeah, there is an actual method to the madness here.
Yep.
So there's a set number of those punches they want to hit. The number they told me they were aiming for was anywhere between 5 and 12. So
Okay, that should be fine.
That's fine.
they should be set up in a nice spot here.
Yep.
Start working on this round 2 victory.
Got him at the proper health value coming in here. Let's see if the magic happens.
Yes.
All right, so the start here is block, counter punch. Get yourself a nice stock of stars. Easy damage to start the phase.
That's one.
That is one with a full stock of 3 stars. And when Tyson gets up, he's predictable. They know exactly what he's going to do.
Yep. So we're a third of the way home here.
It's just down to execution at this point.
That's 2.
That is 2. With a star in reserve. Now, worth noting is we are past the blinking pattern Tyson goes into at 130 and 230. So, but I believe this is intentional. Got a star there. Punch a star. Punch a star. And they didn't think they'd do it.
They didn't think
But
that
they
you
did it.
Give it up.
Absolutely unbelievable. Congratulations, Sinister1, zallard1. I can't even, I don't know what to say. That was, wow. That was amazing. Whew, all right. Let's all take a minute and calm down here real quick. We're going to go ahead and throw over to a quick Twitch ad. Don't anybody go anywhere. We are going to be right back.